Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for my 2024 Eagles record prediction. Alright, so if you saw my 2024 NFL division predictions, I had said that the Eagles were going 14 and 3. So I looked at the schedule and I still agree with it. Think the Eagles will still go 14 and 3 because the schedule this year is a little tough, but not too many opponents that I should be worried about, if I'm being honest. Quick disclaimer as usual, if you disagree, please let me know in the comments what you would change, what you disagree with. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, we're right here at the Eagles app, starting off with week 1. We're heading to Brazil to play the Green Bay Packers, and I think we take the W here. Look, I think this is going to be a hard-hitting brawl. The Packers certainly do have a good offense as well as their defense. They added a lot of key players such as Xavier Worthy, but, we just did more. We had an insane offseason, adding Saquon Barkley, having a historic draft class. I just think we will get the win. I just think we will be too strong for the Green Bay Packers this time. I don't think the Packers are going to have a horrible year, but, they're not going to make that good first impression against us. All right, moving on. We have a home game versus the Atlanta Falcons. I think we take a win here too. Listen, it's definitely going to be tough because now the Falcons have Kirk Cousins. They added some things. They have a nice little roster. However, again with the Packers, they're kind of in their rebuilding years. We're gonna be too strong for them. I said they should have drafted Dallas Turner, but they didn't. They went with a quarterback. They didn't do much in the draft. So how am I supposed to be convinced that they're gonna have a good year? I mean, I had them going second to the Buccaneers in the division. Next up, going to New Orleans to play the Saints. I have them taking a win here too. The Saints again are like trying to rebuild, like they're in their rebuilding years. The Saints are not really that good at all. Again, I don't want to keep having to explain this, but we had a historic draft, we had a historic NFL free agency. Our team is just going to be too strong. I just don't see how the Saints could win, passing, running, or defense. All right, next up, we're going to Tampa Bay to play the Buccaneers. I have us taking a win here to get revenge on that awful playoff loss. Listen, the Buccaneers lost a lot of key players to their defense, such as Shaq Barrett. Chris Godwin, Mike Evans are getting old. They're not going to be around forever. Their offensive line's not that good. I still have them winning first place only because the rest of the division is trash. But, again, Eagles team's very strong. We're not the same team that they played in the playoffs last year. Think we will win this. All right, we're 4-0 right now, sitting at the bye. Immediately after we go to home to play the Browns, I think we get a win here too. Listen, the Browns are a powerful team. Do not get me wrong, but I don't think they should put as much trust as they're doing right now in Deshaun Watson. I just don't. He's just not the same quarterback that he once was. And they don't have a lot of good receivers besides Amari Cooper. Yeah, sure, you got Nick Chubb. He's definitely going to be a threat. And Joel Bitonio, Bitonio, yeah, I think that's how you pronounce his last name. He's part of their offensive line. He's definitely getting old. They have a really aging team, and I don't think that they should be as strong as they were last year. All right, now we're going 6-0 because we're playing the Giants away. Even though it's a division rival away game, you know how those are, but I still have us taking a win. I do not think that the Giants are going to be very good this year at all, mainly because their quarterback's Daniel Jones. People have to stop thinking he's better than he actually is. He can't run, he can't throw. He can kind of run, but he cannot throw at all. And I get it. They got Malik Neighbors, yeah, but that's just a start. They just did nothing significant besides signing Brian Burns and drafting Malik Neighbors. Like, they didn't really do anything. All right, moving on. We go on the road. We're 6-0 right now. We're going on the road to play Cincinnati, and I think this is where we take our first L. Listen, since he's going to be way too powerful, I have us winning the Super Bowl against him, but the reason I have him losing this regular season game against them is because it's away. I mean, you can't really beat a team this powerful, and it's away. Since the Bengals are going to be a very strong team. It depends on if Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase can stay healthy, and when they do, they're unstoppable, and that's why I think we take the first L. We're 6-1 right now. All right, Week 9, 7-1 now at home versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. If you saw my division predictions, I have them going 9-8. Sitting at second place. It's just because who are their receivers besides Gabe Davis? Nobody. The Jaguars have not really done much significant this offseason, besides sign a couple guys in the draft. But, it's just their team right now is very underwhelming, and I don't think they're powerful enough to stop us right now. All right, next Week 10, we're 7-1 right now at Dallas. AT&T Stadium. I think this is where we take a loss. Do not get me wrong. I don't think Dallas is going to be super, super good this year. I have them taking third, but, it's just we can never seem to beat Dallas away. They're a very powerful team. They went 8-0 last year at home. I just don't think, we can't win every game. This one we will lose because, it's a division rival, it's away, the fans are going to be ruthless, everything's, it's just we have not, over the years, we have not been able to beat Dallas at their home stadium, and I don't think that's going to change this year. All right, now, Week 11, Washington Commanders at home. I think we take the win there. The Commanders are going to be a very, very powerful team this year. Austin Eckler, Jaden Daniels, bunch of key aspects to their defense. They replaced, Commanders, but, it's a home game against a division rival. You know how that is. I think we take the W here. So, yeah. All right, now, moving on. We have a away game versus the Los Angeles Rams. This one was tough, but I think the deciding factor is their defense is going to be hurting by losing Aaron Donald. I mean, our Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, Darius Slay, they're going to have a hard time with that very unstoppable wide receiver duo with Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp, but I still have us taking a win here. All right, now, moving on. We have at Baltimore. I think we take a loss here, Lamar, Derrick Henry, it's an away game, and the Ravens have only gotten stronger. They lost a couple key aspects to their defense, but they kept a lot of defensive players. Obviously, signing Derrick Henry, that's going to be the most unstoppable quarterback-running back duo in the entire league. They're probably the best running team I have seen ever in football in my life, watching Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, two of the top runners in their respective categories. I think they're going to be too powerful for us that night. So I have us losing to the Baltimore Ravens. All right, this is not a question. We're 9-3, Week 14 at home versus the Carolina Panthers, the worst team in the league. I think we take a win here. Not even a question. Listen, the Panthers have made some moves this offseason. I just don't think it's enough. I still have them taken last. I have them going 3-14 because the Panthers are by far the most disgusting season, most disgraceful season I've ever seen from their franchise last year. Bryce Young, I think he will be accurate and significant this year, way better than he was last year. But, I just don't think their team is not powerful enough to win any more than 3 games, in my opinion. All right, next up, 11-3. We take a win versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Again, it depends on who's going to be their quarterback. Russell Wilson, it's going to be easy W. Justin Fields, it's going to be a harder W because Justin Fields is a lot more talented than Russell Wilson. They added a lot of key parts to their offensive line. Their defense, that's going to be powerful for a super long time as long as they have TJ Watt. It's just that their receiving core and who they have calling the plays, Arthur Smith. I think we definitely take a W right there because Arthur Smith is going to ruin that team as long as he's around. Moving on now, we have the Washington Commanders away. I think we take a win there. What are we now? All right, let's see. 10-3, 11-3, 12-3. All right, so we'll be 12-3 right here. Washington Commanders, again, powerful team. I still think we sweep them because, it's just that, Commanders are not as a powerful team as we are. Their rookie quarterback, he will make mistakes. I think, we do take a W. We do sweep the Commanders and the Giants. Next up now, we have a home game. So we're 12-3 after we beat the Commanders, Dallas Cowboys, and New York Giants at home. I think we do take a W against the Cowboys. And then I think usually you would think, okay, we clinched the playoffs. We clinched the playoffs. We don't need to win this game. I don't think that's going to be the case. If you saw my division prediction, I think the Lions are going to go 13-4. We're definitely going to be battling them for the number 1 seed. I think we will beat the Giants and take the number 1 seed against them. We will have needed to win that game against the Giants. So, we have needed it, and we would have won it, and we will have clinched the number 1 seed around this time against the Lions. I think the Lions would have lost whoever they were playing. So it's kind of like a 2022 situation with the 49ers and Eagles in 2022. The Lions and 49ers needed to win out, but, we were too powerful. We got the win, and we clinched the number 1 seed. That means we will get the bye going into the playoffs. But overall, the total record prediction is 14-3. I think we will be a super powerful team, just as unstoppable as we were in 2022. But ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for my Eagles 2024 schedule prediction. Thank you for bearing with me this entire video. I'm working on it. But make sure to leave a like and subscribe. We are almost at 400. So please show your support. Thank you for those of you who have been showing your support. We've gained like 200 subscribers the past week. I'm very thankful for that. But make sure to leave a like. But we're not done yet. Please make sure to keep the subscriptions coming. I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.